Since the beginning of time, communication, in all forms, has been the one most universal solution to the world's most difficult problems. Over 5,000 years ago, the Egyptians started to write out its first messages to communicate with each other. By the 6th century, the Persian king Cyrus the Great officially starting to use mail as a means of communicating long distance. Moving forward to 1837, we find the first electrical telegraph was created by Samuel Morse, which began a whole new era in communication with Morse code. 1876 brought us the first glimpse at a telephone, with the help of inventors Antonio Meucci and Alexander Bell. They showed us that communication over a long distance was no longer a barrier. In 1927, Philo Farnsworth and his team expanded communication into a new age with his invention of the television, and with it, the ability to reach the masses worldwide. In 1973, Martin Cooper, an executive with Motorola, developed the first practical cell phone and opened up the mobile communication highway. This started the explosive age of mobile communication that is continuously expanding on a daily basis. By 1983, the start of the Internet as we know it now was just beginning to take form through inventor Vinton Cerf's research and would soon become the most active means of communication to date. The Internet now encompasses and affects every industry and mankind worldwide. We are surrounded by communication. We survive through communication, and we have expanded as a society as we have expanded our horizons through communication. From the oceanographers that are communicating to the deepest depths of our oceans to NASA reaching galaxies far away, mankind has evolved, expanded, and survived in the direction of increasing its methods of communication. In the year 2015, Fulvio Balmelli and his research team at Biomedics Center in Como, Italy have achieved and perfected the next evolution in communication. Throughout 30 years of research in the field of biophysics, Mr. Balmelli has translated most of what was already scientifically known in the field of chemistry into biophysical language. In fact, biophysics approaches biological problems through the physical sciences. Fulvio Balmelli's technology develops through algorithms, namely systematic calculation procedures. These algorithms are made up of wave packets, which correspond to the actual different biophysical signals, capable of promoting the vital processes of living things in a completely natural and non-invasive way. Currently, our planet is suffering with the overuse of fertilizers, herbicides, soil conditioners, and pesticides that are damaging our plants, our ecosystems, our food supply, and our environment. Farmers have come to rely on these aggressive and costly methods to meet the demands of the public at large, while the repercussions are seen in the nutrient-deprived food we now consume. Thousands of universities, organizations, and companies all over the world are working diligently to find better solutions for all these problems, and we are thankful for their hard work. However, the solutions discovered are not viable enough or have not provided any long-term benefits to the ever-growing problems of our farmers. Additionally, the problems of our continuously deteriorating environment and growing population of people to feed has not been solved, and mankind is suffering. So the question becomes, how do we increase the production of our farms, the quality of our food, and the safety of our planet while still maintaining a pure organic system for our consumption? The answer was a simple approach by Fulvio Balmelli to observe some very natural environments which verified that the plants, bugs, earth, and the environment together at one time was producing very well completely on its own, without human interference. He then continued to investigate the details of all the diverse communication signals of the plant's ecological system. After 10 years of intense research, he discovered not only their very specific algorithm patterns, but also exactly what patterns of wave packets would maximize their own potential to produce, increase their nutrient levels, and extend their lifespan. At this moment in time, we have a microtransmitter that contains whole algorithms of wave packets to stimulate the metabolism and photosynthesis process of each plant, causing it to become a natural, self-regulating life form that perfects its own ecosystem. We have proven to ourselves through our commercial testing farms and gardens that we are growing plants with a greater presence of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. We now know that we can grow plants of any type and size stronger, faster, and healthier for all mankind. Our goal is to restore the plant world to its original ecological system and increase its efficiency of photosynthesis, which has been altered over time from factors such as pollution, acid rain, pesticides, herbicides, soil conditioners, and chemicals of any type. These restoring processes bring greater quality and healthier products for human and animal food consumption. While the advantages of this technology are endless in the world of farming, growing, and cultivation, Organic Earth has taken this monumental breakthrough one step further. It is our goal and our duty as an organization to bring greater health to humans globally. We are the future of farming, and we have selected you to be part of this incredible adventure. Come join us and experience for yourself just how big of an impact one simple decision to change your farm can make. We know and understand that seeing is believing, and it all starts here.
So we're here at this is Art Heineman, by the way. He's our most famous farmer, you know, and quite honestly, he's the only farmer that has adapted our technology and used it consistently for 3 years in a row. And today we're here in the middle of his farm, and we're going to go, you know, all through the entire farm. We're going to learn all about his farm, and we're going to learn about Art and what he's been doing. And what we want to do is we want to go, you know, fruit by fruit,
Sure.
vegetable by vegetable.
Okay.
You know, taste them, do bricks testing on
right,
them,
Right.
gather some information about them,
Right.
and then we're going to do our own little research to find out how does that compare what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, and your know-how and your techniques along with our technology. How does that compare to the average?
Yeah.
You know,
I'd like to know too. I don't really know.
You look in here.
Yeah.
This is done.
Yeah, this is done.
This is done in a pretty interesting manner.
Yeah.
Because it's there, the trellis is there,
Yeah.
and all the grapes
Yeah.
are growing,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of
There's
grapes.
a lot of grapes in there. Yeah.
I can't stop eating these things.
Well, good. That's what it's all about. But these have not achieved their full potential. But they're already
When
good.
are they supposed to be ready?
I would say, you know, maybe in a week or so.
All right, let's just pick one and test it.
Yeah, let's pick one.
All right, here we go. All right. So, you're the master. You tell me what it says. Man, these things are just falling off. Delicious.
Well, it's already 19. And they're not as sweet as they're going to get. They're going to be well over 20. I would guess they'll probably be 25.
What kind of grapes are these?
Those are a variety called Suffolk Reds.
Tell us, what was the most impressive thing that's happened over the last 3 years since it's been using Harvest Harmonics technology?
The new growth. You know?
The new growth.
The new growth was beyond belief. It was it was totally unexpected. I think they have grown. I've never pruned them, but when you prune it back to practically nothing and then it grows, it's very impressive.
So, you pruned all of this back to nothing.
Not completely nothing, just about, you know, about 4 arms per plant, you know.
Okay,
Yeah.
and they were on the floor,
They had been.
and now this is what grew this year.
Yeah, this is what grew
And the
this
only
year.
thing you changed was
The only thing we changed was the water.
the technology.
Yeah, I haven't foliar fed them. We haven't fertilized them. We haven't
so
done
you
anything.
you didn't fertilize them or foliar feed them like you've done the rest of the farm.
No. The rest of the farm I've done I've done, yeah. This is kind of like a sideshow here, but we like we like grapes though.
Okay.
Probably 10 to 12 plant on the plant, and those can get like a pound. You know? So to say you've got 12 pounds, and they're worth $2.50 a pound. So that's $30 worth of fruit. I have 2,000 plants, and if each one gave 12, I'd have 25,000. I'd have $50,000 worth of eggplant if I could sell it all. But I don't know how to sell that much in my market that I've got.
Okay.
I don't know how to sell it all. Farmer friend Annie, she's a great farmer. She's a far smarter. She's way smarter in marketing than me, you know. But she says, but my plants, they're not dark green, you know. I don't have that problem.
Everything
These
is
are dark.
green.
These are dark green.
Yeah.
This looks like I poured green paint on them, or some super fertilizer, which I didn't do. The only thing I did other than a standard application of cattle manure-based compost was I do foiler feed them. Plus the exotic high technology. And I think, and everybody laughs when I tell them about the exotic high technology. They think it's a joke, you know. but it's not a joke, no.
The color is definitely impressive, but I don't know that. What is impressing me is it's September 5th.
Right.
And you have flowering going on.
Yeah.
On every single plant, there is flowering going on.
Yes. I learned that a long time ago peddling fruit in Canada, that the difference between a regular apple and like an extra fancy apple, there was only one thing that made a difference. It was the intensity of the color. An apple could be red, but it wasn't an intense red, and only the intense red would qualify as an extra fancy apple. You know, so this has some of the intensity that you would associate with extra fancy stuff. You know? Nice. Yeah. They look like they've just begun. Yeah. I don't know if I'll get any more yield because that's determined by the length of my growing season. You know, but it's telling me that there's untapped potential here, because they look like they're full of life, full of vigor.
We've got healthy green plush plants.
Right.
You've been harvesting like mad because you've already harvested these 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times.
So you're having a damn good season.
I would say, yeah. Even if I have more eggplant than I can sell at this point, so it's good enough, regardless of. But nobody has complained about my product. If there's a reason they don't buy it, has nothing to do with the quality of my stuff, because it's beyond reproach. In every way, you know, you couldn't ask for better in visual beauty and in perfection and coloring and everything. It's without flaw.
Yours are literally perfect.
They're literally about as perfect as any growing thing could be on this planet.
No, I've never seen it before.
Look at this. Look at that. Man, these are beautiful. See, I don't remember ever getting the beauty of the size and the shape, the perfect 4 lobes and the thick flesh. This is a different for me.
Oh my God! That fell off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 15, 16, 17.
Now, if you sold them for 50 cents a piece, you'd have $8 on one plant. You know?
There's 17 peppers on this plant, and there's 14 of the 17 that are big.
Big. And I can truthfully say I've never had that beautiful of peppers. It has the characteristics that it was genetically programmed to have, you know. So,
it's natural genetics.
It's natural genetics.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
There's a little pepper here.
Yeah. It's
oh my God.
They don't appear to be getting tired.
No, they're definitely not getting tired.
Right.
I mean, it's safe to say there's probably another 20,
probably
20 little blossoms that are going to start on that.
Yeah. I have never, ever noticed thick of a trunk.
So
That we got a tree starting here.
because it's true, you're looking at these trees. Now you got me calling them trees. You're looking at these plants and the thickness.
It's announcing to the world that I am a tree. I'm not just an annual. I'm a perennial.
Look at that.
I am a perennial. Look at my woody stem. Look at my woody trunk.
And you think that would wood up?
Yeah.
It'll actually form
Like wood. Yeah, that's what I think. It's already wood. The complex juice. There. Now I expect it to be up there. Yes.
What is it?
That made the difference. Now we've got 10.
Wow. This is squash. These are squash
They're
plants.
standing in the air.
And they're standing.
4 feet tall.
You know what? I'm gonna go stand next to them.
Stand in there and see how tall they are.
This one's up to my hips.
Yeah, so it's 3 feet
It's got to be
anyway.
3 feet off the ground.
3 feet off the ground.
It's just standing up.
Just standing way up in the air.
There's squash all over the place.
There's squash all over the place. Yeah, it's not just leaves.
No. Look at this whole thing.
Yeah.
Like imagine how much fruit and flower is in this whole thing.
I probably didn't even allow enough space because I didn't plan them to run that far.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You didn't expect this to happen.
I didn't expect this to happen. No, that's why it took me by surprise because
So now you're thinking you have to space them out more?
you could have spaced them out probably double and it would have filled it in. I have to learn how to
Replant.
space these things. If they're going to be that rambunctious, I need to account for that in
With
my
this-
spacing, you know.
With this technology.
Yeah, right.
That's amazing. It's amazing. So we're keeping you on your toes.
Yeah, right. See, it's standing way up in the air. That's not your average. That's not your average.
So all those melon flowers, they normally don't stand up in the air.
No, they just slink along the ground. They don't stand up like that and just start dancing. No. And look at the numbers of fruit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right
13.
in that space.
You missed that one over there.
I missed one. There's 14 fruit, right in what you could cover with your hands 1 foot apart.
And you can see them over there too. There's another
Yeah.
group
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
And is that like one vine?
That's just one vine right there.
And look at all this flowering.
Yeah.
But you see all the flowering. Is this normal?
No, it's not normal. This is not your average melon experience. This was done at the last possible moment with a dry seed on June the 28th. I figured after that, I don't want to be trying things that aren't going to succeed. That's my long shot. I have faith because of the extra advantage I get with the technology. It's going to make it.
Right, baby? This freaking thing's amazing.
It is amazing. They have a depth. They have a depth of real, satisfying, real tomato flavor.
Let me tell you something.
What?
I haven't had a tomato with that much juice and that much flavor. Right?
Only in my childhood.
Yeah.
Only in your childhood, in Siberia.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't sell these, even in the heirloom. Even the heirloom tomato market has gone the way of all flesh. You know, it's turned bad. So they're shipping green heirloom tomatoes from Mexico that you see in the market. Because you don't want to give the impression that it, you know, it all works. It's not a magic pipe, but it works together with other things to create a magical effect.
Yeah.
It is magic. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. that was invented by Arthur C. Not Arthur C. Heineman, which is me, but Arthur C. Clarke. See, there any, please leave it, man.